It looks like 22-year-old Lori Harvey has adopted her stepdad's think like a man approach by playing the field with many eligible bachelors. Lori, after calling off her engagement, was rumored to be seeing rapper Future for a while, but those rumors ended when Future clapped back at her after seeing pictures of her hanging out with Trey songs. However, Lori recently deleted pictures of her and Trey off Instagram, and soon after was seen hanging out with Diddy's son, Justin Combs. She's also been recently linked to British race car driver Lewis Hamilton.
Nice.
And get this, rumor has it, Meek Mill tried to holler at her, but she wasn't interested. People on Twitter have found it extremely refreshing that Lori is basically doing what so many men do. Like user I am Mark Landry, who said, Lori Harvey, the first black woman to successfully pull a U on you. Hashtag Black History Month. That's hilarious. So, ladies, do you respect Lori's dating hustle?
First of all, she ain't the first black woman to do that, all right? I just want to make that clear. But go ahead.
Yeah. I've always thought that if you are not married, ladies especially, you should absolutely be out there openly dating to get to know yourself and what you like. I'm all about that. And I want to be clear, no matter what you call it, here we call it multi-dating, which means openly dating to get to know people. It also means if you're on an app, you're multi-dating. However that means, multi-dating does not mean you're multi-doing it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
not
saying?
sleeping with
You
everyone.
are not to assume that somebody else is out there. And if you are, that's your prerogative. But it's not cool to just assume that a woman is doing that.
Well, I actually coined the phrase, I have to be, because I looked it up. I wrote a book called Love 'Em or Leave 'Em, but Don't Get Stuck with the Tab.
Yeah.
And in it, I was talking about how, you know, we get caught up with all these rules and, you know, actually think like a man. In that, it was like this 90-day rule. And I thought, who wants to just spend time on one person for 90 days? And I'm like, that's really not realistic. So I applaud someone like Lori because you should multi-date, and that's what we call it, multi-dating, because you get to know somebody.
It really is.
The reason why, when we first started this show, I was multi-dating, and people thought, oh, no, you're not, you just don't want to bring a guy on the show. Because remember, everybody at that time was married. I was the only one that was saying no, and that's the reason why I never brought a guy on the show, because I was dating more than one guy. And in that time, when you date more than one guy, especially when you're young, you know, you understand compatibility, you find out what you like, what you don't like in a man. So what she's doing is actually the way dating is supposed to be.
Exactly.
That's the way it is in these times.
And of course, in a mature way, there's communication involved.
Yes.
I've always been very open about that. Like, I don't want anybody to think that, you know, they're the only one if they're not. Like, I'm very open about that, because if some people, if that's not for them, then they
like when we talked about you and Jeezy, we like, now y'all not exclusive. Y'all just dating.
But I think that's great that it's, that it
explains
explains that it is something that is obviously spoken about between these people. And again, I think it's so important to establish that what you see on social media, somebody taking a picture with somebody does not mean they are sleeping together.